crafters. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Tami from stampwithtami.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you this gorgeous Christmas card. This card design was inspired by Jan Brown, and I just fell in love with it, and I think you're going to too. It's amazingly easy to make, and if you really want to wow your friends and family, this is the card that's going to do it this year. This is the over-the-top wow card for your Christmas and holiday list. You want to learn how to make it? Let's get started. It's gorgeous, isn't it? See the gold foil? Love it. An idea from Jan Brown. I mixed it up a little bit. I tampsterized it a little bit. It's pretty much all created with a Big Shot die cut machine. So it's shockingly easy to do. I'm using 3 different framelit thinlit die sets from Stampin' Up. I'll be using the Peace script from the Christmas greetings. From Delicate Ornaments, we'll be taking the ornament outline and the topper. And I ran out of magnets, so these are flopping all over the place. So just gave me that mental note that I need to order a magnet strip for these. From the Sleigh Ride set, I will be taking the Sleigh Ride and the houses. So here's all the dies that we're going to be using on this card. And if you've missed my dryer sheet tip that I did on a couple of the previous videos, especially for the edgelits here or the script, I recommend running these through the Big Shot over a couple of dryer sheets, and that primes the blade on the back here. It makes it super easy for the paper to pop right out. We've got our Big Shot with the magnetic platform, 1 cutting pad. I'm starting with some gold foil. And you can purchase all of the supplies that I'm using today in my online store, which you'll find at the Stamp with Tami blog. You can go to this URL for this exact project supply list and direct links to my online store. You can also click right on this YouTube video or click in the link in the description below. On the gold foil, I've lined up the piece, the ornament topper, and the ornament. And we're going to put a cutting pad on top and run that through. Your pieces don't pop right out. You can take your paper piercer and poke these little holes. That's what they're there for, and then they'll pop right out. You'll also want to cut out the ornament outline in the black glimmer and the very vanilla cardstock. And on to the next step. The next step is the edgelit step. I've got the magnetic platform, 1 cutting pad, and the golden vanilla ornaments. I'm going to line up the Sleigh edgelit. I'm zooming in to show you here. I lined it up at the bottom as close as I could get to the bottom and still have the horse and sleigh fit. Now on mine, and it may just be because my cutting pad's old and they do recommend that you use really flat cutting pads, my edgelets kind of moved like that a hair. So I took a sticky note, the sticky part of the sticky note, and that held the edgelet in place over the ornament. Even though it moved, it's still in the place I wanted it to be. I'm going to do the same with the house. I can do this step with these 2 ornaments at the same time, as long as they don't overlap each other on the platform. So the houses I put fairly close to the top of the gold ornament. Again, gonna stick that in place with a Post-it note, cutting pad on top, and crank it through. And then you can just peel these right off and pop out your cardstock. It's like a sweet little puzzle. Here's our unassembled pieces. I'm just using snail to put these together. You could also use the liquid glue. So the vanilla goes on the gold. Our little horse is pulling the sleigh right through this little street of houses. And the gold layers right on our ornament. And it's perfect. So with the words peace, I really just snailed behind the E and the A. I kind of left the other letters just floating in space. Isn't this gorgeous? I'm just in love with this. It is so fabulous. Okay, we really just have one more step left. This is the Snowfall Impressions folder that comes in the holiday catalog from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to place some very vanilla pretty much in the center. Again, the measurements are on my Stamp with Tami blog. Sandwich that between 2 cutting pads and place it on tab 1 of the multi-purpose cutting platform that comes with the Big Shot machine. And crank it through. I love this folder because it really looks like snow falling. It's heavy at the top. It gets lighter as it comes down. So pretty. I'll be attaching this to our card base with Stampin' Dimensionals to make it pop up a little bit. And we're doing a little vanilla on vanilla. And I'll also be attaching our ornament panel with Stampin' Dimensionals to make it pop up. Oh, wow. That is awesome. I've got some gold cord here. I'm just really doing the two-loop bunny ear method, tying tying a bow in there. I actually do this often while it's still on the roll and then trim it off. That way you don't have any waste. And I stuck that on top with a mini glue dot. Just stuck it to the dot, stuck it to the bauble. Can you believe how easy that was? And such a wow, right? Awesome. Again, all the information on the stampwithtami.com blog. Just go to this URL. And be sure to visit there because I post projects there every day. All kinds of cool stuff. And I have free tutorials if you sign up for my newsletter. So, another bonus. Hope you've enjoyed this amazing wow card. Thanks for joining me today.